So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals' 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Myers on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good strong right there. The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
What'd you say? You asked what you wanted to cook, which I wanted to eat. So when somebody says that means they want to cook. I defrosted the meat. That's what you asked. What you guys want me to cook? That's what you just said in there. So what are you talking about?
Coach will have a look back at some of the stats. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. With their 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And not only red.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They go play action with Burrow. Got a man on the middle, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Burrow loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Komet, the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half with these good guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow on play action. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there, 85 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you just look at and saying, what just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. He probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
They certainly have to get a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained run,
and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield. And he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took on 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That is caught inside the 5. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And that is caught. He's going for the Bengal touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bengals, they're running their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third.
And they're excellent swimmers. Yeah,
After review of the play,
What about ice
Go to the
cream?
monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Flush to his right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down. So we'll have to see what that's about.
Water and ice.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. It's not that often you see a 2-point try from that distance, and of course, it's not that often that it's successful. It wasn't there.
And who added all this thinking to the game, right? Because now you get so much extra to consider. The penalty happens. Do you go for 2 from that spot now after the penalty? Or do you say, we're going to kick it, which means they have to administer the penalty from the 20,
you would have been pushed
from the 15.
back further.
Now you're back further. Can you make that one?
That's been like all.
What used to be a routine play.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They can camouflage your skills to
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
They can use their feet.
The Bengal pressure gets
There you
him
go, your
that
boy.
time. Down he goes. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
And
It was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, a bringing the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And possession will switch hands. First and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A final return for the Bears. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I thought.
But
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count. Still second down.
Right here it says for life.
The full start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
They talk to me about people inside, and the receivers and the night rooms are both mysterious dragons because no one knows their night rooms.
And again this time the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on. When they decided to run the football, they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the runback. We saw the run, went with straight ahead pursuit and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And the objective there, and yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hayden Hurst, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Connect. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And this is touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they
I
needed. Now for
gotta
the
go
onside kick.
Oh, hell.
This is going to be snuffed out.
Oh, thank you, Lord. You fucking
Tough
fool.
one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yeah.
A handoff as they look to counter play. The Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final
Shit, you
timeout.
stay out of the living room, teams, and just close the door.
7 remaining. Not totally home free.
Okay, the game almost over. I'm turning this shit off.
Up 1st and 10.
So you keep the room warm.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. Once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they
I
face
ain't bet you on that
14.
shit. That's not a winning situation for me. I already know I'm going to lose. The hell?
Couple of plays
You
set
shouldn't
up.
give me say that shit.
Now they face a 3rd and 14. Here we go with Burrow. Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Are you kidding me?
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee.
Yes, sir, man. It's
Gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
No.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead...